Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to another practical chess position. From now on, I'm going to switch sources all the time, so I'm going to go from one book to another day after day, instead of focusing on the same one each month. So this is just a Dvoretsky puzzle, and it's white to move. So, as always, these puzzles are usually pretty practical in nature. You don't know exactly what type of move you're looking for. So as always, pause your video, try to solve this puzzle on your own, and then when you're done, we'll work on it together. Alright, so white to move. What the heck to do here? What is the point of this puzzle? So if we go like rook e8, this 4-on-3 position, it's probably going to be a draw. Because the key in these positions would be to like make a past e-pawn, but I don't see how we're going to do that. Let's say, how do we make progress? If we go b7, he can probably just kind of move his king back and forth. It's not so easy to progress. Excuse me. I kind of feel like h4 makes sense, but one problem with this is anytime we play king h3, he can force us back immediately. So what exactly is white supposed to be doing here? I do not know. Does f3 make any sense? I can't figure it out. What is black's idea? I don't know. Huh. Try to figure this out. I mean, somehow f3 is like probably the move I would make to just get my king into the game. But I mean, I can't quite figure out why that's a puzzle. So I don't know. I'm not seeing anything super clear. Like b7. See, once you go b7 in these types of position, you can never bring your king in to help, because the rook can always check you from behind. So as soon as your king gets to c7, rook c1 check. King b6, rook b1 check. This is a typical endgame pattern that's really important to know, and therefore you have to be really careful before you go b7. You have to have a really strong idea before you do that. Like, usually you need to be able to make some other passed pawn on the king side, but I don't see how to do that here. So, like, basically, the idea is, like, the king needs to be checked by the rook. So if you can create some passed pawn to like distract the king, sometimes it makes sense, but I just don't see a way to do that right here. I mean, f3 seems like the typical move. I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to try f3. I mean, we're going to learn something though. I'm trying to... Oh, you know what? I did my database wrong. Sorry, 1 second. I'm getting the answer right now. It said I'm wrong. What the heck does it want me to do? That's strange. Okay, so I made an inaccuracy. After f3, rook b2 check, king g3, rook to b3. And the idea now is, after b7, pawn takes pawn, and now our king cannot join the party. And there's nothing else really to do. If pawn takes pawn, rook takes. And we're going to take on e4 next move, and then swing the rook back to b4. So f3, rook b2, king g3, rook b3, it's just a really strong move, and it's hard for white to make any progress here. Therefore, the key move is f4. So now the point is, after e takes, king takes, rook b4, just reading the analysis off screen. king e2. And the point is we just bring our king over. And once we get our king in the game, white's generally winning these positions. And if f4, if g takes, e takes, king takes, now we have a move like h4. We're going to make a pass pawn now, I'm supposing. Yeah, there's a... Well, what's the idea here? f5. Oh, and black's in zugzwang. Okay. Well, black's not even... And this move wins. Because if king takes, rook g8, and if pawn takes, rook e8. Or f7, sorry. You just push the pawn and make a queen. And lastly, after f4, if king h7, f5, king g7, now b7, and the king is going to eventually take the d pawn after king to d5. Because the idea is that when we get our king to d5, if black goes rook to b4, white goes king to c6. So why doesn't this happen in the game? I'm just going to check one thing. Okay, we just can't get our king in the game. So the point of f4 is also we make space for our king to come over. But if f3, rook b3, it's just... I'm trying to just make sure I understand the complete difference here. Because let's just say f4. Well, I guess we can just go king f1. We don't have to go king to b3. So after rook g3, we can just do this or something. We can also probably just go b7. Because rook can't take now because of rook, the white rook would move and make a queen. And we have this idea of basically just f5 followed by king to here, kind of coming around to win the e-pawn. We get the king to d5, and black has no way to defend the e4 pawn. This is an interesting position, very subtle, because f3 is such a typical move, but f4 is stronger. You have to see this defensive try by black. Yeah, because like, if f3 here, take, and the white king can come in. But after this, I mean, there's just nothing so great that white can do. We just check again. And so that's really interesting. Tough puzzle, Dvoretsky. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I like this one. I think it was kind of, it's obviously hard. I mean, I got it wrong. It's very tricky, but I think it's a good puzzle. I'm definitely going to show this one to students at some point in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.